Hello there, this is Andrew Mercer, and this is the second part of the tutorial on how to do multi-track recording in Audacity. So as you can see here, we have Audacity open, and we have a 3-track mono recording of me doing some beatbox. We have, I'll just play it for you really quick.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z.
All right, there you go. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you in a second how to remove all the track counting at the beginning and how to clean up the end and make it sound nice and professional. Before I get to that, though, I'm going to show you one other setting that you need to know, you need to set on your computers in order to be able to hear each track while you're recording a new one. All right, let me just show you. If I go to Audacity Preferences, and again I'm on a Mac here, but if you go on Audacity Preferences and you go to Recording, in the Preferences you'll see Overdub, play other tracks while recording a new one. You want to have that checked. If you don't, you won't hear the previous tracks that you've recorded. You can also do some other ones too, like hardware playback or playthrough and that kind of stuff. But you don't need that, in my opinion. As long as you can hear yourself, you're fine. You don't need that. But you do need this one. Okay, so make sure that's checked and click OK. Now, and again, what that'll allow us to do is, as you're recording a new track, you'll hear the previous tracks because you need to be able to play off the other ones, of course. Okay, so let's talk now about how to remove the count-ins at the beginning. All right, so here's what we're going to do. If I like put my cursor, somewhere close to the beginning of the recording, and my recording, what I want to keep, starts about right here. So let's push play and hear how that sounds.
3, 8.
All right, so I have a breath right here, which would be number 4 count in. Okay, so that would be 3 and 4. So I want to remove that breath. So basically, from around right here onward to the right, I want to keep. So I'm going to, I need to keep that. And at the end, there's just some noise at the end here, so I don't need to go listen to that ending to see where I need to be. So let's go close as I can there and slide all the way over to around right here, give or take. Well, it lines up with some of the other tracks, so around right there. Okay? Now, I didn't mean to get both tracks, just meant to get one. So let's go like that. There you go. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, if you look up right here, we have a little editing tool, a trim tool. And that will take out the stuff outside of my selection. So if I click that, you see that? It takes out the stuff outside the selection. So now what I need to do is I need to adjust the other tracks so that it's the same way. So if I click down, there's a little helper, a little snap helper on Audacity. See, it helps us be able to, it lines up, let's see the little yellow line here. You see that? It helps us line up with the edit you've already made. Right to the end, and we'll do the same thing again. We'll click our little trim tool, which is right here again, and then we do the same thing down the bottom, the last track. Sorry about that. We go all the way to the right there. You see a little bit at the end we're not going to keep, and we do trim again. There you go. So now we got all of it, all that excess stuff trimmed off. So what we want to do now is we're right now, this is 0 time, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. We want to move this whole recording all the way over to the left so it starts right at the beginning. So we have a couple of steps we need to do that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go Edit, and we're going to go Select All. So we go to Select All. You can also do Command A or Control A on a Windows machine, and that will select everything. But again, I'll show you that again. It goes go to Edit menu, and go down to Select, and go Select All right there. Alright, so that's that. And then we need our time shift tool, which we've used in the last video. And if you haven't seen that video, you should watch it. It's the time shift tools right here. And we'll grab all of our recording and we slide it all the way carefully to the 0, and it should snap at the beginning. There you go, right there. So now it's all the way moved over. Now, if we play it, now I'll just deselect that. I'll go back to my selection tool, which is right here. Selection tool, I'll just deselect that because I don't want to make any edits that I don't want. And by the way, save at this point. Save. So you always have what you need. Okay, and play. Let's rewind and play.
A B C D E F G H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P Q-R-S-T-U-T-W-X-Y-Z.
Okay, that's pretty good. But it starts off with instant sound. It doesn't fade in and it doesn't fade out. It just cuts off abruptly and it starts abruptly. So what we want to do is we want to fade this in and we want to fade it out at the end. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do select all again. We're going to combine these tracks because we're happy where they are, and we could do some volume changes and things too, and balance changes. I'm not going to bother with that in this video. That's for another time. But I'm going to go select all again. Again, you can use Command A or Control A. And then I'm going to go to Mix and Render. Under Tracks, I'm going to go to Mix and Render. And this is going to combine these tracks into one. There you go. And now if I'll just play a little bit at the beginning of that.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
See, so it's our entire song now. So now what I want to do is I want to make it so that it's not an abrupt beginning. It doesn't just start off instantly with the sound. I want it to ease in. So if you see at the beginning, I'm zooming in using my magnifying glass up right here, as you see. I'm going to take that first bit of sound. There you go. Like just before I start the first sound, the first ictus of the first sound, I'm gonna select that, and I'm gonna go to Effects. Oh, you see how I selected that? I shouldn't jump ahead. The way I selected that, then I have my selection tool selected, selection tool selected, and I'll just go to just before where the sound starts, and I hold my mouse down, and I slide across, and there you go. I have this is the only part of the sound that will be affected is what I've got selected. Rhymes. Okay, so now we'll go fade in. Here you go. Fade in. Now, that might not look like there was a lot of difference here, but if you listen to it, you'll notice it just gently eases in before the sound starts. Here we go.
A, B, C.
Now, there's not a lot of difference, but it sounds a lot nicer. It doesn't just start off with noise.
A, B.
You see, I don't know if you can hear that very clearly on this recording, but it sounds much more professional. Now let's go to the end and do the same thing at the end, because at the end we do have some noise. Let's have a listen. You hear that? It's like, and then it cuts off abruptly. We want to stop that too. So let's blow that up with our magnifying glass, and let's go, take it that much right there maybe. And this is kind of trial and error. You need to play with it. And again, I'm just holding my mouse down at the end of the sound, and I'm sliding across as much as I want to be affected. I'm going to go to right there. And this is going to be a fade out. So I go to Effects, and I go Fade Out. Look at that. Fade out. There you go. All right, so now let's listen to that ending. Here we go. Play. Yeah, much nicer. It just gently fades away. It doesn't stop abruptly. So now if we listen to the whole recording, it would sound very nice. I'm not going to listen to the whole recording. You can do that yourselves. So that's basically it. So a little review. We have to, at the beginning, we changed our preferences here to make sure that we had enabled play other tracks while recording new one, and that will allow you to hear the previously recorded tracks while you're recording a new one. And we found what we wanted to remove in the three tracks, the beginning, count in, and the very end bit of extra noise. We selected that. We went up to once we had selected, we went to our trim tool, which is right here, our trim tool. You can hold your mouse over it, it'll show you the name. And then we did that for track 1, 2, and 3, and then we selected all. We went to Mix and Render under Tracks after we had selected all, and that combined the three tracks together in one. And then we did a global fade out. And the way we did that was we selected the end. Well, actually, I'll start with the end. We selected the end, went up to Edit, Effect, and we went down to Fade Out. And for the beginning, we did the same thing, but we did the opposite. We went up to Effect and went Fade In. And that is it. So good luck with everybody. Good luck with all this. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment box, and I'll try to get back to you. And feel free to watch other videos that I've got up here on YouTube, and enjoy. If you got any comments or questions, make them known. Okay, good luck.